Alrighty, what's up everybody? Once again, my peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? And all you other pieces of shit and garbage. Peter Joseph here for video number 3. On your Triple Threat Saturday, which should have been your 2 for Saturday, but did an extra video earlier in the night. So it is your Triple Threat Saturday, October the 28th, 2023. Thank you all for watching. Once again, here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that fucking subscribe button down below in the basement, otherwise known as the description box below on this channel and my other channels other channels as well that are also down below in the basement. So show me your love and support and like the videos and all that other good shit. Leave a comment if you wish and all that good stuff. And as always, don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, you're pretty much SOL, and we all know what that means. And also follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then share the video all over the goddamn internet. And if this is your first time watching, well, welcome to the goddamn fucking party, pal. And me and everybody else, we really hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, you can take your rosy red ass and get out of here, Mahoney. Go fuck yourself. Get out of here. And, go back to, sucking whatever. But, I'll just go back to, drowning your sorrows and whatever you do. And that's, pretty much it. Go on somebody else's channel and watch their boring shit. But I digress on that. I aim to please, and I do a lot of pleasing, if you know what I mean, for you ladies out there. But I digress. Anyway, so like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, and follow me on social media, and don't forget to tap the bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And if you do, like I said, you pretty much SOL. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, video number 3. On your Triple Threat Saturday night, October the 28th, 2023. We're, as of this video, a couple days away from that spooky time of the year, Halloween. And we got that. So, last 2 videos are in the description box below. My SmackDown review over on this very channel, so go back a video if you're on this channel, go back a video, watch the SmackDown review, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment. And I did an impromptu video number 2 over on my Metal God channel, where we had a paid tribute to Matthew Perry, who sadly passed away. He passed away earlier tonight at the age of 54. He was found drowning. He drowned in his home in LA. Supposedly no foul play, but you never know these days, so we'll see what happens with all of that good stuff. So check that out. The video is down below in the description box over on the Metal God channel. So show your love and support, and that's it. Alright, it's late. As always, I'm tired as fuck from watching a fucking epic edition of Collision. I get my days mixed up, so it is what it is. But an epic edition of Collision. That rhymes almost. But first, I want to let you guys know that hope you had a good day, and if not, well, too freaking bad. My day was alright. Nothing great, getting through the weekend as I always do. Just chilling, do some housework. Had a great day, and it was 82 degrees today. And, well, that's the last actual day we're gonna get something like that. Because tomorrow's supposed to, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Oh, pretty much all day tomorrow. Rain, a little bit of drizzle. Gonna be like 60 degrees tomorrow, so like 22 degrees down the drain. And then Monday's gonna rain, it's gonna be around 65, and then boom, down the drain it goes. 48 on Wednesday with rain. It could possibly be a wintry mix at night. I hope not. But I hope not, because I gotta do things on Thursday, this coming Thursday, and next weekend. Pretty much next weekend is the start of November. Well, really, Wednesday is the start of November, but we start November. We got daylight savings time next Saturday. Right at this time, it would be 1:23 as of this time next week. Not now, next week. So at 2 o'clock next Saturday night or early Sunday morning, you turn it back an hour, so you get an extra hour of sleep. You can stay up if you want, or get an extra hour of sleep. So some of you might need it. But we got all that, and the days are gonna get shorter, but eventually they'll get longer as we hit January and early February, which we don't turn the clock forward again until the second week of March, right before St. Patrick's Day. So then we go forward, and then pretty much the summer will be back around. So can clear all this junk out in the Northeast. They're saying a very bad winter here.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Which sucks. Sorry for that. I don't know how that. But on my computer on and had an ad. God damn it. Sorry about that. So anyway, so as we go into 2024, hopefully, I won't be a bad winter, but I got my snow melt out, I got my, got the shovel out, my back, not so much, Gotta shovel my gun, my house and everything, and it's a pain in the ass. And that's, what it is, because I do not like winter. Probably one of my least favorite seasons in general. I hate winter. I could deal with fall. We're about to hit the the midpoint of fall. We got about another month to go of fall weather. A little over a month and a half about. Which fall doesn't ends on right at my birthday. Like December 21st or 22nd is the official start of winter. So we got that, and we'll see what happens with that. So it's gonna start getting really cold, especially this week, and maybe into Veterans Day weekend, which is the week after this coming weekend. We're after, you know what I mean. Coming up about 2 weeks from now. So we got Veterans Day weekend, and then 2 weeks after that is Thanksgiving. The holiday season is upon us, and then pretty goddamn soon, the greatest month in the world, the greatest days in the world, December, and about 8 weeks away from this guy's birthday. So that's about 8 weeks away, 9 weeks away for the end of the year, and 2024 will begin, and hopefully we'll all start off with a clean freaking slate. But some of you probably will not. And that's it. Alright, so enjoy the next 9 weeks of 2023, and hopefully it'll be good for you, and maybe for some of you, really bad. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so let's get into the shindig. So check out the videos down below in the description box. Subscribe to the channels, leave a comment if you wish on my videos, and all that other good stuff. And we move on with that. Alright, so on this late Saturday night, October the 28th, 2023, or if you are watching from somewhere else, it is now October the 29th, 2023, right here on the Kiro Demons channel. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a content creator talking about the world of professional wrestling and whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And if you like it, great. If you don't, go fuck yourself and get out of here. Just go in a hole and go fuck yourself. Or just jump in a hole. Pretty much jump in a deep hole and don't come out. That's that. Alright, so on this late Saturday night or early Sunday morning, wherever you may be, it is time for your late night. Well, late and out of date and late night. I'm going to do a twofer for you guys. It is time for your AEW Rampage and AEW Collision reviews for October the 27th and 28th, 2023. Alright, so we are 3 weeks away from Full Gear 5 coming your way November the 18th from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California. So we got all that and pretty much a bag of chips. So let's get to Collision because I want to really spend most of my time with Rampage. I want to start off with Rampage, and then we're gonna focus more of my time on Collision, and then we're gonna go to sleep after that, and we move on because I got a big day tomorrow. It's Football Sunday, week number 8 in the NFL, in the league where they play for pay. Got that. Me and my dad are gonna be at war in a few hours, well, a few hours from now. Early tomorrow afternoon, Jets, Giants. Gonna be good. Gonna be good. We'll see what happens. The Jets are the away team, which sucks, but they're playing the same goddamn stadium, so it's really a home game. But, the Giants are the home team. Jets are the away team. See what happens with that. Hopefully the Jets get a big win. It'd be nice. See what happens with that. And then at 4:25 in Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, the 49ers hopefully will right the ship after 2 heartbreaking losses against the Brownies and those freaking fight queers. Should have won both games. Should be 7-0 right now. We're 5-2. Limping into Santa Clara against the Bungles, with Joe Burrow and company. Not going to be an easy game, but Brock Purdy is back. Survived concussion protocol, passed all the stages, like he's the final boss or anything. He passed. He's going to play tomorrow. A little bit nervous. Hopefully, he gets his mind right and plays a good game. The defense wakes the fuck up. I mean, it played okay last couple games. They've been shaky. Brock's been shaky. Now he's on a 2-game losing streak. We need a win badly to go into the bye at 6-2. Then we can worry about the second half of the season where, holy shit. Jacksonville, Tampa Bay, Seattle twice, Philadelphia, the Ravens on Christmas, I believe. Tough. Arizona and then the Rams again. I think Washington in between. Those next, pretty much the next 9 weeks after the bye week next week, which is week 9. So we come back in week 10 in Jacksonville against Tony Khan, man, and his Jacksonville Jaguars. And then we gotta go cross country to freaking back at home against Tampa Bay, which is not an easy game. I don't think we have an easy game in that schedule. You look at it. Maybe Washington, but not so much Arizona because Kyle Murray's back. Ugh. So it's gonna be really tough for the Niners in the second half to hold that slim little lead they have in the NFC West, and then try to at least get a wild card spot, or try to win that division and get at least the number 2 seed. Even though, I would like to get them the number 1 seed if the Eagles would start losing. But, they kind of mopped the floor with the Dolphins last week. And, it is what it is. They got Washington this week. They should win that. But Jalen Hurts is, not looking so good. He's a little bit hurt, but, they say he's gonna power through it. I hope, But we'll see. We'll see. If he gets hurt, oh boy. I don't know when the Eagles have their bye week, but if he's not playing against the Niners, oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. But I think Jalen Hurts, he'll be all right. But hopefully for you pedophile Eagles fans, that he doesn't get seriously hurt and he's out for the year, and then your team is basically done. There's no way that your backup quarterback, whoever that is going to get you to the... You'll probably win the division, maybe. Then again, who knows? Who knows? Got those Cowboys, kind of sneaking in. They got the Rams this week. Please win. Please. 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 Please win, Cowboys. Please. And the Niners hopefully win, and then Seattle loses, and Arizona loses too. Pad that little lead that we have in the NFC West, pad it up a little bit. And then we got the bye. We lose like a half game, big whoop. Gain and lose a half game. No matter, we come back in week 10, we kick Jacksonville's ass. We could be 6-2, and the next 9 games, or we can go about... If we go 5-4, it'd be fine. We'll go 11-6. Maybe win the division by a game or two. We'll probably get the... Depending on, probably get the number 2, number 3 seed. Which wouldn't be bad. We get a home game for the first round, the wild card round, and then we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the stars align. We get, the next round we get the home game, and then if we have to go through Philly again, we go through Philly again. We do it all again next year, going into January. But I think all roads are going to go through Philly unless Philly gets struck by lightning and, Jalen Hurts is out for the year. Anything can happen in the NFL. Freaking Dax Prescott can get hurt for the Cowboys. They'll be done. But, Brock Purdy, you better wake the fuck up this week. And same thing for the crappy offense, except for Christian McCaffrey, CMC 23. You don't have to worry about him. Debo's not going to play until week 10. Trent Williams not going to play till week 10 because they're hurt. So, hopefully by, after the bye, the Niners will be back at full strength because we need everybody for the stretch run. So that's what all I got to say about that. World Series Game 2 tonight. After a thrilling Game 1, I thought that Arizona was going to win that, and then, kind of put Texas in a corner a little bit. But Texas came back last night and freaking won with a Seager with a home run, and then Garcia with a bomb to win the game. Man, everybody's sleeping on Texas. They slept on the Diamondbacks too. So they took Game 1, and then tonight, did Arizona, wake up. They should be up 2-0. They should be going back to Arizona happy, going up 2-0. But, it's good they got the split. Now the next 3 games are in Arizona. So Game 3 will be on Monday night, going head-to-head with Raw. Oh, shit. We're really think about it. I think Game 4 goes head-to-head with NXT. Game 5, I think, goes head-to-head with Dynamite. So basically, 3, 4, and 5 are going head-to-head with wrestling, which wins the World Series, of course, right? And then Game 6 is on... I think Game 6 will be that next Friday, which could pose a problem with Fox, but... I haven't heard anything about SmackDown going to FS1 next week, because it's a taped show. And man, their ratings stunk. 1.00176, something like that. Under a 1.1 rating, because nobody gets FS1. Now, I don't even get it, because I have the rich man's cable. I don't even get that shit. I had to watch it on a free stream. Not even. I was celebrating my dad's birthday yesterday, and I was watching it on FS1 at his place. So, and then I watched Rampage, and then pretty much today we've been home. And tomorrow is Sunday. We have Sunday dinner, the Italian tradition. So sometimes I go out Sundays, sometimes I don't. So depends how I feel, depends how the missus feels. But missus has been a little bit under the weather, but she's doing better now. She's doing much better. Where is she? She's busy. Leave her alone. You don't need to know where she is. She's in the bedroom. That's where she is. That's where she belongs. She's taking a nap, goddammit. So we gotta be quiet. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, so let's get to your Rampage and Collision reviews for October the 27th and 28th, 2023. And let's not waste any more of your precious time. Alright, so let's start with Rampage. Rampage emanated once again from where Dynamite was this past Wednesday night. Didn't do that great in the ratings. 700 and some odd thousand views. They did NXT did like 776,000 and Dynamite did like just under 750,000 because of the not the World Series, because of was on Wednesday. Basketball started, freaking hockey, and Friday really, Rampage and SmackDown got destroyed because of the World Series. And Collision probably got destroyed tonight because of Game 2 of the World Series. And that's going to be the theme for basically WWE and AEW moving through the rest of this year. Well, the World Series will probably end early next weekend, so you don't have to worry about, WWE doesn't have to worry about anything on Fox. And AEW really doesn't have to worry that much, but until the end of next week. But then get ready. Tony Khan's gonna have a meltdown November the 17th when SmackDown goes head to head with Collision because Full Gear's on a Saturday. And then December the 29th, they're gonna do it all again, round 2, Electric Boogaloo. SmackDown versus Collision because World's End, the final pay-per-view of the year for AEW, will be on December the 30th. And, got all that. So, get ready for that. Get ready for Tony Khan's meltdown of the year. Part 1 and 2, November 17th and December the 29th. And then, mostly in 2024, as we turn the calendar over to 2024, Tony Khan's gonna have a meltdown. Now all the WWE was like, yeah, we're beating WWE. You're not really beating them. You're not really beating them. And you might not even beat AEW on Friday nights. Well, you probably would because SmackDown's on USA Network. Which basically everybody has. But going next year, if you face Collision next year, well, I think SmackDown will still win, but, you never know. You never know. Alright, so we are from the Licorice Center, well, I call it the Licorice Center, in that shithole in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. By the way, go to Pat's, not Geno's, Pat's, if you want a good cheesesteak. Not that I eat it, but I tried Pat's once when I went down there, because my cousin lives down there. She's like, let's go to Geno's. Like, no, we're going to Pat's. It's too far. We're going to Pat's. Okay, we're going to Pat's. Got a nice roast beef sandwich. Good shit. Not as great as New York, but still not bad. But their cheesesteaks, not that bad. Juicy, cheesy. Don't get it. I get it. I had, my cousin got it with a ton of gravy. I was like, ah, gravy. Yeah. I'm like, just give me something without gravy. Yeah, so I tried it, and I was like, damn, I'm falling in love with this. So, you want one? No, I'm good. I got my roast beef sandwich here. With extra salt and pepper. Fresh pepper? Say when. Okay. So that's good. But if you want to when you go to Philly, and I told Issa this, I said, Issa, do not go to Geno's for a cheesesteak. Go to Pat's. She probably won't listen to me, but Then again, she might go to Applebee's after WrestleMania. Hopefully, it's not too cold. I'm gonna have to take a bus down to warm her up. That's what, but I'm just saying. I kid. But, I mean, she took my offer to go to Olive Garden in New York City. She's like, I love Olive Garden. It's like, alright. So I go, yeah, let's go to Olive Garden. I have to come with the missus, of course, but, can't go alone. I mean, I'd like to, but, then again, I have to behave myself. I have to behave myself, and I'll probably have to pay, too, which is, I don't mind. I don't mind, I'll shell out $200 for Issa. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Just have a nice meal, and talk wrestling, and talk Bad Bunny, I guess, or I don't know. And then that'll be it, Bing, bang, boom, have a good dinner, and a good night, she goes to her, where, she's up here in New York, goes to her hotel, or wherever she's staying at. I go home. I'm not going back to her hotel. I'm like, she asked me, like, you want to come back to my hotel? I'm like, no. I'm being respectful. I'm not going to be, no. I'd love to, but no. If I was single, maybe. But I got merchandise, and I'm not going to mess around with that merchandise, because she would kick my ass. She's, Rose is Mexican, if I piss her off, she's gonna throw a chancla at me. Like Puerto Rican woman would, like Selena Vega would. I'm gonna throw the chancla! Bendejo! Don't mess with those ladies, I'm telling you right now. Don't mess with the Latinas and the Hispanics, Especially the Puerto Ricans. But I love you long time, papi! Don't mess with me, I throw a chancla at you. You don't have tacos later, no. I'm like, okay, I will shut up now. I will shut up. I'll make you shut up and suck my dick, but I guess. Anyways, so alright, enough about that shit. Alright. But yeah, so we're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All of those garbage Philadelphia Flyers, those garbage Philadelphia 76ers, those garbage pedophile Philadelphia Eagles, and the even worse Philadelphia Filthies. Yeah, I know my cousin lives down there, but, well, she didn't live down there. She lived in Jersey, but wasn't even near Philly back in the day when she was younger. Now she lives down in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Back when we were younger, she lived basically about an hour and a half away from where I used to live. When I was living with my parents, she was like an hour and a half away. Boom, get on the turnpike, go down, get off at a certain exit, and then go down through Newark. Go past the giant, MetLife Stadium, which it is now, and then just you're there. You're right there. You're right there. It's like going to my brother from another mother's house, you sexy man. You ready for tomorrow, dude? You need to win, dude. My brother from another mother who lived in Jersey too. He lived in lived in Jersey. I forgot the goddamn name of the freaking place he lived in. It's in Jersey, I can tell you that much. But that took like about an hour, not even. Sometimes one time I went there on the what's it, Greyhound, on the New Jersey Transit, was it? Yeah, I went down there on the New Jersey Transit bus. It took me 45 minutes to get there. 45 minutes. I was like, damn. Gotta go to the Port Authority, gotta go, go through the Lincoln Tunnel and onto the Turnpike. I was like, 45 minutes? And no, the bus guard was not speeding. I was like, God damn, we're here already? I'm here? I'm here? I'm like, damn. Got off the bus, I gave him a call. I'm like, dude, I'm like 2 blocks away from your house. I'm like, damn, you got here quick. I'm like, pfft. Yeah, just getting home is gonna be like 3 hours. No, I gotta take you home. Getting home was like a little over an hour. Well, if he took me straight home, sometimes he took me and the missus into the city, and we had to, like, took us to like around Washington Heights. We, had to take the train down to like 42nd Street, get another train, get back to Brooklyn, and pain in the ass. About an hour and a half train, between that and the trains. Crazy. But it is pretty much what it is. But I had fun going there. I had fun. Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, so our commentary team on Rampage, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, that boring as fuck douchebag, Ian Riccaboni, and my good friend, and hopefully yours, the legend himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone. Alright, so let's get into this shindig and we move on. Alright, so we start off with the opening sequence, the fire, the pyro. We are ready to go on Rampage, and we start off with the Battle of the Bronx, Battle of the Puerto Ricans, the Puerto Rican men. So we had Mike Santana. This is the Battle of LAX, by the way. So, Mike Santana taking on the Funky Monkey Ortiz in a street fight. So it felt like a Bronx street fight. 2 Yankee fans going at it. Which the Yankees suck. But we all know that already. But I digress. Alright, so it starts with Ortiz. They're staring at each other, and freaking Ortiz is like, they're jaw-jacking, they're cursing at each other, and Ortiz is like, yeah, it's what you wanted. They start beating the crap out of each other. Ortiz gets sent to the outside for the running flippy dibbity-doo. And then they bring out the weapons. We get various trash can shots, chair shots, on Santana to keep him in trouble. Ortiz takes too much time setting up a table. What takes so long to set up a goddamn table? Takes that long? Anyway, Santana fights up, manages a suplex back inside the ring, and then Ortiz rolls back to the floor, and then we get an Asai moonsault, hits Ortiz, and then the table is set up against the barricade, and then Ortiz comes right back with one hell of a powerbomb through the table, half broke, so you can say, I am half the table! And then they go inside, get a near fall by Ortiz. Santana then suplexes him off the apron. Ow! For a big time crash as we go to break. We come back, we get a slugfest from the knees. Ortiz fights up and wins the advantage. They trade kicks to the head. Ouch. And then Santana grabs a rolling Gilmore Cutter! Bang! For a near fall. Stop stealing my move. I'm gonna start charging people that take that move. Then again, maybe not. Anyway, so he gets a near fall off the rolling Gilmore Cutter for a near fall. Ortiz comes back with a power slam for a near fall. Then they both need time to breathe. And then they get back up. We get a discus lariat. Hits Ortiz. And then sends him in the corner. Hits a cannonball. Make it a little bit worse for Ortiz. And then basically Ortiz is left for dead. Santana picks him up. Hits a torture rack powerbomb. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Mike Santana wins the Battle of LAX in 10.5 minutes. It's a pretty good match. Not a banger per se, but pretty damn good match. 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then after the match, Ortiz is like slumped in the corner, and he knows he got his ass kicked by, Mike Santana. So Santana talks a little bit more smack, and he wants to, fist bump. And Ortiz like, nah, get out of here. You beat me, get out of here. And then Santana's like, I'll remember that. So he leaves, and then Ortiz is about to leave, and then the original player from the Himalaya, Sanjay Dutt, comes out and kind of tries to recruit Ortiz for, Jay Lethal's little group of misfits, and Ortiz like, I'm interested. Please don't join them, please. Please do not join them. What we need is more misfits. Come on now. Come on, Ortiz. Use your head. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. That brutal match between Ortiz and Santana. Let me move on. Alright. Then we go to a video for MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, against the, before this video, before Collision tonight, the longest reigning AEW World Champion in AEW history, Kenny by God Omega. Mwah, bang! For their world title match on Collision. So MJF talks about his rise to the top, as well as seeing Kenny watch him at an indie show, and they showed FBW, Five Borough Wrestling, here in Brooklyn, New York, at a show I was at, but you don't see me, which sucked, but I was there. So technically, as I mentioned on my SmackDown review, on my SmackDown review, I mentioned on my SmackDown review, I was technically on an edition of Rampage, technically. So go with that, okay? But I didn't even know. He's saying like, "Oh, Kenny watched my match." I'm like, I didn't see Kenny at that show. Maybe I did not go to that show, but I've been to a lot of Five Borough Wrestling events during that time when Max was there. I started going to FBW shows in 2016, so I don't know what year that Max they showed was, but that place they showed, I've been to, and it's like pretty much like 30 minutes away from me. Not even. Yeah, well, depending on, about 25, 30 minutes away from me, so really close by. And I, get there, walk a couple blocks, long blocks, by the way, and get there. American Legion Hall. That's where it was. And I go and I sit down and I have fun watching FBW wrestling when it was around. Now it's not even a promotion anymore. It's dead. It died in when did it die? 2018, 2019, right before the pandemic. Which kind of coincided with my mentor Joel Maximo's promotion, Fighting Spirit Wrestling FSW, which Max was a part of as well. But that died in, I think, 2017 or 18, which sucked. But it is what it is. Brooklyn doesn't get much wrestling besides, if you go to the Barclays Center, or sometimes the occasional Coney Island show when Impact was there at it used to be Keyspan Park, but the Cyclones play now. It's Maimonides Park. They had that. Ring of Honor had Field of Honor 1, 2, and 3, but they haven't had a wrestling show there in a long time. But there's a local promotion that's also in Brooklyn, but it's far from me, but I can get there. So I go to those every 2-3 months. But yeah, so Brooklyn does get some indie wrestling, not so much all the time, but every couple months, promotion or two comes around, maybe 3 promotions sometimes. Comes into Brooklyn. There's they go to Queens as well. There's other promotions that go in Queens. BCW is is in the Bronx. I don't go there because fuck the Bronx. But, there's a lot of New York indie promotions. Creative Pro still wrestles out of Long Island. The NYWC, the New York Wrestling Connection, based off in Long Island. What else? There's, a couple others. ETU. I think it's called ETU. WrestlePro. Basically now it's based off in Jersey. I don't know why they haven't come back to Brooklyn. I think the last show was like about a year or two ago. But Kevin Matthews just the one that comes in Brooklyn, I guess. I don't know. Because he runs that promotion. But I digress on that. But, WrestlePro, a New York, New Jersey-based indie promotion. Doing some good shit. So, but Maxwell shows, he started in Creative Pro. Then did some wrestling for WrestlePro. He was in FSW here in Brooklyn. FBW, Fibro Wrestling in Brooklyn. He was a member of a group called Force, Fource, not Force, with a couple guys I know. But one of them is a guy named Bear Bronson. I think we all know who he is. From the Iron Savages now. They used to be called the Bear Bronson and Bear Country. It used to be called Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder. So, Bear Bronson used to be in FSW and FBW. You used to call him Mophead. But now, not so much, because he doesn't have that mop hair anymore. Finally cut his hair. think my good buddy Mikey Mittens finally got him to cut his hair. But Mikey Mittens, that guy, he needs a shave too, dude. I'm just saying. I haven't seen the guy in a while, but we had a little spat, but we kind of moved on from that. But he's working out for ICW with Danny, his dad. It's not his real dad, but his dad, Danny D'Amanto, in ICW, No Holds Barred. Just does a lot of good stuff with GCW. He's like the hardcore king. Not that kind of hardcore king. He goes to a lot of hardcore events, various wrestling shows. Even in Brooklyn, there's no ring matches. They're just fighting at a bar somewhere in Brooklyn, like in Williamsburg or something like that. But they're fighting at bars, and next thing you see, Mikey Mittens is there, just doing, filming and shit. And you got people like, Matt Tremont, my good buddy Chris Barton, that I know since times I went to Ring of Honor way back in the day. He was like this big, now he's like huge! He's big and huge. He wanted me to get into a fight with, I think it was at a FBW show. I think it was FBW Tier 1, used to be here in New York. They had these guys that looked like the Viking Raiders, basically. And they were facing, this other tag team. Forgot the guy's name. I think it was, Logan something. Logan Axe, I forget it was. Whatever it was. It was a tag team match, and it went out of the ring, and, the referee, we call him Uncle Stevie, he was there trying to get, it was chaotic, and people, they were sitting down in chairs, beating the fuck out of each other, and then the other opponent, threw a chair. I mean, I have the fight somewhere. I have that match, actually. Not the match. I have that part of the match, the fight. I call it what do I call it? It's on my Peter Joseph channel. You have to really look for it. I think it's called, Epic Punch Out. Not Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but Epic Punch Out. And it's there, and I'm filming it. This had to be in 2016-17. Rosa was actually with me. She's sitting now. She was in... she filmed a little bit, but she didn't put it on my channel or her channel. But in any case, they're fighting. The next thing you know, freaking chair almost comes at us, and then Uncle Stevie caught the goddamn freaking caught the chair. And they're like, "Thank you for saving us." And then next thing you know, my good buddy Chris Barnes like, "Get in there, Gilmore!" I'm like, "No, I'm retired." It's like, you pussy! It's like, thank you, I know I get a lot of it. You don't have to tell me twice. But, there's been times that I did get involved in a match. That was like, long time ago. Long time ago, when I was at, the Ring of Honor house show the night after Supercard of Honor 7, when Kevin Steen, the great man that he is, lost the Ring of Honor World title to a good friend, the late great Jay Briscoe. Reach for the sky, boy! The next day, because the event ended at 11, I didn't get home until about like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I had to get up like 8 hours later, get dressed again, get my ticket and some other stuff I brought, go back to New York City, go back to the freaking Hammerstein Ballroom. Well, not in the Hammerstein, we had to go to the Grand Ballroom at that time, when they were up there. I think the show started at noon. I had to be there like at 10:30 to get in by 11. So I left like 9 o'clock in the morning. I had like barely any sleep, and I got up and I'm going to Ring of Honor. I'll be back later. I get there early. It was like I was in front of the line. Then we get in. We go up the stairs and everything to to the Grand Ballroom. And the first guy I meet is Jay fucking Briscoe. Got his autograph. Mark comes in. There's the funky. The great Mark Briscoe. Shaking my hand and freaking thing. And then, I asked Jay, it's like, is it hard to get that thing, through security at the airport? He's like, yeah. It's like, does that really weigh like 10 pounds? It's like, I heard like some belts weigh like 20 pounds. It's like, no, this belt weighs like 10 pounds. He's like, you want to try it on? I was like, sure, why not? So he puts the belt over me. I wish I had the picture. I don't know if I have the picture. But I do have pictures of Jay Briscoe, but it's at Field of Honor. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, he puts the belt on me. I'm like, damn, this thing is heavy. Or is it just me being really small? But anyway, but yeah. That was a great time. He signed one of my, I think him and Mark signed one of my DVDs I thought I have, but I don't know. I don't think it came out with the marker, so it sucks. I think it was Final Battle, I think, that year, but I forget. Not that year, well, before Supercard. But I digress. But yeah, that was a good show. And then they taped 4 episodes of Ring of Honor TV when it was on, I think it was on HD Net. I think it was on HD Net at the time. I forget. But anyway, one of the matches was the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. We all remember them, the American Wolves, taking on Red Dragon when they first started coming out. Bobby Fish and freaking Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. So it was Eddie Edwards against Bobby Fish 1-on-1. I think Davey Richards was injured. I think he had his foot injury, and Kyle's out there, of course. So the ramp is like this way. The entrance way was like right over here. I'm like right here in the front row, because Mr. VIP. So there's a part of the match where Eddie takes Bobby Fish outside, starts chopping him around this way, and I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna come this way. He comes around my area. Bobby Fish like stumbling and bumbling and fumbling like the New York Knicks, and then Eddie's like punching him and punching him out, and then freaking Bobby Fish is like, I stood back because he was like right near me and on the guardrail. And then Eddie goes to me, hey, hold him! And then me and like 3 people out next to me, like, we're holding Bobby Fish back. He's like, get away! Get off of me! And then we wait, and then he goes, shh! Like Walter was about to chop somebody's freaking soul out of their body. Next thing you know, bam! I'm like, oh, shit! Bobby Fish still doesn't like that. He still does not like that. He told me once too when I was talking. I talked to him at a show he was at because he did wrestle for FBW I think one time, and I talked to him. I talked to him like during intermission. I go, dude, I'm sorry about what happened at Ring of Honor when you and Kyle won the belts from the Bucks and the American Wolves, and then you were telling I think Todd Sinclair says, give that sexy man that belt, and I go, he's not sexy, and then you just turned around and you looked at me and you said, oh, and you are, and then you started like me and you, like jabbing, talking shit to me, and I just like smiled and took it. He goes, oh, shit, that's you? I'm like, yeah, sadly, that's me. It's like, well, you don't look sexy. I'm like, well, don't say that to my girlfriend. But that was that. And I said, remember when you had that match with Eddie Edwards? I think it was like before that event. It was like a house show in the Grand Ballroom. It was like you and Eddie, and then Eddie was chopping you around the ring, and I was like right near the entranceway, and then like everybody was holding you up for Eddie to chop, and came to my area, and I held you up and everything, like three, four, five people like holding you back. Eddie's chopping the crap out of you. He goes, that wasn't fun. I was like, I didn't mean it. He told me to do it. So when somebody tells you to do it at a wrestling show, you do it. Most of the time, just don't do anything stupid. Just saying. But I digress. But that was funny. I loved that. I loved it. But in any case, so Maxwell showed that FBW show. I was like, oh, he did not. I was like, oh man, memories from like 2016 to like 2019. Oy. Good times, man. Good times. Good times. I don't think I have. Do I have? I gotta look. I think on my Peter Joseph channel, I have some FSW matches. You can go watch my epic commentary with. It was rusty at that time, very rusty, but there is one match. It was Magma versus Sami Callihan, could be coming to AEW pretty soon. And after the match, a group called Snot comes out, kind of Shield style. Surround the ring, and then out of nowhere, Sami Callihan turns on Magma, beats the fuck out of him, and I'm me and another guy, my friend Robert, on commentary, and then when Sami turned, he goes, what the hell? I go, what the hell? And then he gets the shirt from my good friend Chris Carpenter, who was the leader of Snot, along with Azrael and Kevin Matthews was part of that group for like a brief moment, and then so Sami gets the Snot shirt, and then you hear probably the epic commentary right there. It's like don't tell me, oh my God, Sami Callihan just joined Snot, right? So I sent the commentary to Joel, my good buddy Joel Maxima, my mentor, and he took that part. And he edited it in to the match that he put up on Fighting Spirit Wrestling's YouTube page. So there you go. I told you I have experience in the wrestling business, training and a little bit of commentary. Not great, but still, it got better as the years went on. But now I can't really do much commentary anymore for any of the indie shows that I go to. Can't do it. So I get in big trouble from the promoter. That's it, man. I don't want to make the owner get pissed, man. But I do have a couple of matches from like years ago from other indie promotions. But I digress. That's that. Alright, so Maxwell shows that from FBW when Kenny watched him. I don't even remember that. I might have not been at that show. No, you know what? I was not at that show. Because I remember, I didn't know about FBW until one of my friends told me about it. I think Mikey Min's like, oh, you should come to FBW too. I was like, I didn't know they were running the same place as FSW used to too. The same, American Legion Hall. I didn't know that at the time, so I was like, all right, I'll come to FBW. And if I knew about it earlier, I could have probably met Kenny Omega. But like 6,000 other people would have too. Not like 6,000, but a lot of people there. So I missed my chance, but it is what it is. But he was amazed at that. So now, if he can get the win over Kenny, he will be happy. But on the other hand, Kenny is not what he once was back in Japan. The cleaner, the god, the wrestler of the year for 2017 and partially 18. I think 16 too. But anyway, he's ready to show that he's still great. Tastes great, less filling. Miller Lite. Anyway, and it's going to be Omega's last chance to prevent MJF from breaking the record for longest title reign. But hold on, Jay White comes in, kind of interrupts Kenny. Kenny's like, "Oh, you want to go now? You want to go? You want to interrupt me?" So he's about to, get ready to fight Jay White. Jay White's like, "Hold on, tranquilo, take it easy, and says, wishes him luck with Max. And he says, if you win, I'll see you at Full Gear. I'll be waiting with this belt, the Bang Bang belt. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave all that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Great to see, some old times with Freiburg Wrestling. Wish it was around. Sadly, the guy that I don't even know what happened to the guy that runs it. I used to be friends with him on Facebook. I don't even think I have him on Facebook anymore. Or he doesn't have Facebook anymore. No, his name was not Brett Lauderdale, who runs GCW now. By the way, Brett, you still owe me a job. Not that I want to go to Atlantic City all the time, but, wouldn't mind that, but, getting there, gotta pay me. Gotta pay me to get there, and, a room at the Showboat Casino. Not that I like the Showboat, but it is what it is. I'd rather stay at either the Hard Rock, Harrah's, or the place where me and the missus usually stay, and I'm not gonna tell you which one that is. And no, it's not the Taj Mahal. That's dead. That became the Hard Rock. But it is what it is. But we had fun in Atlantic City. Haven't been there in a while, but hopefully next year we'll be going there. Hopefully. To, boogie! All that dancing and maybe some karaoke. Maybe. I am not going to tape that when Rose is singing. I'm not going to tape that. Nobody wants to hear that. Shut up! You sing like a moron anyway. She's going to throw a chunkline at me later. But Rosa has a nice singing voice at times, but when she's singing the Spanish stuff. But not so much, the dancing. She kind of freaking butchered the Spice Girls once. She's like, Spice. She's like, oh, pick a song. What are you gonna sing? Next thing you know, she's butchering Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. I'm like, really? I love the Spice Girls. Come on, why? And then about a year or two ago, we go to a bar for karaoke night, a Halloween karaoke night. I didn't sing because my throat was killing me. She's singing, she sang Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees. And then she butchered that. I forgot, she sang another song, but I forgot what it was. And then some lady was singing She Bop by Cyndi Lauper. A good old favorite. And we had to learn the meaning of that song. If you don't know the meaning, She Bop is about female masturbation. it is what it is. That's what it means. I'm not lying. No cap. I think there's like a lot. I mean, there's a lot of male masturbation songs. I don't even know which. I can't even name one off the top of my head right now. But I digress. So anyway, so Jay White interrupts Kenny, says that if you know, good luck in your match, and if you win, I'll see you at Full Gear. Then we cut to Don Callis, that idiot, who offers MJF a spot in the Don Callis family. So MJF thinks about it a little bit and says, "Hey, that's a great idea. I can join your family, I can move up the ranks, and I can be a champion too. Oh, wait, I am a champion, so I don't need you. Don. Don, 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 get out!" Kicks him out. That's it. So I gave all that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back. I believe it was, I think it was Renee Paquette. She's with the resident alien, well, used to be the resident alien, the TBS champion, Chris Statlander. She talks to the resident fun girl, Willow Nightingale, and Corey J 2.0, the heel version, Sky Blue, still has that stuff on her eyes. Sky Blue more evil than Willow, even though she got misted too, but she doesn't really have much of the mist, the eye shadow paint, whatever, the eye paint, face paint, whatever it is. So Statlander's like, well, what the f is going on? So Sky Blue says, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. But Willow Nightingale is like, I don't get it. This is not who we are. I know, we got misted by Julia, but, we're kind of evil, but this is not who we really are. But, then she's like, good luck in your match tonight, Sky Blue, and she's got a fatal 4-way match coming up. Sky Blue's like, okay, bye. And then Statlander is like, what just happened? That's it. So, one of them is going to turn. I think it's going to be Sky Blue. It's obvious. And then, we have to see what happens with that situation for the TBS Championship. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go, well, I don't know why, we go to Kiefer Sutherland. Kip Sabian. He does look like Kiefer Sutherland from The Lost Boys. A great movie, by the way. So Kip Sabian and his hot-as-fuck wife, Penelope Ford, they're in the ring and they're mocking Philadelphia sports teams. He goes, I know the Phillies are going to come back in their next game and win the Super Bowl. And Penelope's like, World Series, you idiot. World Series. So we get that. And he says, but if I can leave you with anything, if I was a betting man, I would bet on James Harden, who's on the 76ers now and is not happy about being on the 76ers and playing with them. You didn't do so good on the Brooklyn Nets, did you? No. If you want to go to a winner, how about go to Phoenix? Be with your buddy Kevin Durant. How about that? Anyway, so the fans are like, boo! Why would you boo? Well, yeah, I guess you would boo James Harden. 76ers are not that great this year anyway. It's the first couple games are not even that good. Even the Bulls are not that good. Holy shit. The Knicks are 2-1. They beat, no, I think they're 1-1 or 2-1. But anyway, they lost the first game to the Celtics. Obviously. Go Celtics. Nah, just kidding. And then at home, then they go to Atlanta, beat Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks like they did last year in the playoffs, but what happened to the Knicks in the playoffs? Goodbye! Beat them that one game at home, and all the freaking Knick fans go out on freaking 34th Street, not even 34th Street, 32nd Street, and like, hey, Trae Young's a bitch! And then what happens? The Knicks go, bye-bye! First round, bye-bye! Because they suck. They still haven't won a championship ever since, ever since, like, they got the Jordan curse in 1994 when they knocked out the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals to get to the finals, when Jordan wasn't even there. But still, they went to the finals against the Rockets, and they should have won that series. They should have won the NBA title, but then, John Starks choked. And then they made it to the finals again. A few years later, I think 98, somewhere, like right before 2000, I think. And then they got swept by the San Antonio Spurs when they had a monster freaking roster. Manu Ginobili, David Robinson. I think they had Robert Horry on the team. They had a monster team. And after that, pretty much they started to suck. And it was good. And they got to the playoffs last year. Big fucking whoop. Where did they go? Gone. Now they're gonna, at least make a run for the playoffs this year. But right now, I think they're 1-1 or 2-1. But now to start the NBA season, the freaking Rangers in hockey, they beat the Kraken, which is surprising. Release the Kraken! They beat them. They beat the Calgary Flames. They whipped the fucking crap out of them. They beat the shit out of Edmonton, the Edmonton Oilers, and they're playing Vancouver tonight. They were up 1-0 last time I saw it. It was like hours ago. Can I even go to the Rangers score? I don't want to get up and get my other phone, but my actual phone, this is my backup phone. Yeah, good. Let's see. New York Rangers score. Gave a type. I know they were playing Vancouver to finish off their Canadian tour. And they beat Seattle 4-1. Beat Calgary 3-1. Thursday night they shut out Edmonton 3-0, and tonight they won 4-3. They have a 4-game winning streak. You gotta love it. 12 points on the year, first in the Metropolitan Division. That's good. Their next game is on Thursday night at home against those Carolina Hurricanes. And guess who's going to that game? Me. Then they're back on the road on Saturday night. So, but they're playing the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. Probably be snowing there. Then they come back home November the 7th, which is a Tuesday night against Detroit. Then November the 9th, Minnesota. Not going to those games because got a big week that week. So I'm going to be very busy that entire week. So probably the next game I go to is probably the week after that. So, but I will be at MSG for the Carolina game. And no, I will not be taking pictures because I don't need to show you that I go to the fucking Ranger game. If I wanted to, I will take pictures, but I don't need to show you fucking mongoloid trolls that I go. I proved you wrong anyway. I proved you wrong when I work and everything. And I go to concerts and everything. I mean, just look at my Metal Guy channel. Say that I don't work and I don't have friends. And then he trying to tell my friends my past like they give a shit. Fail! That's an epic fucking fail. Because those people that I know, half of them I grew up with. And I went to school with them. A couple of them. So, keep failing because you're not going to get more of my friends to turn on me. Sad. It's sad. And plus, you say you talked to them, but where's the proof you did? Flapper! Till you prove me otherwise, you're a flapper. And basically you're committing more slander. So. It is what it is. Oh, show your ring! I don't have to show you shit. You're not married. Oh, yeah, I am. Yes, I am. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna go there anymore. Alright. Not about that, but continue to be jerk-offs and think you're better than me, but you're not. Keep saying the same fucking shit. He's a pedophile. I'm gonna tell your friends that you're a pedophile. You're a cat dealer. You think they give a shit? No. I'm gonna tell Issa about it. She don't give a shit. And for your information, leave her the fuck alone. Because you wanna mess with her. I'll tell you that much. Leave her alone. She's her own person. She doesn't care about drama. She doesn't need the drama. But, she's trying to make a living and everything. So leave people that don't need to be in beef between me and you. Leave them out. Leave family out and everything else. You want to go one-on-one, we'll go one-on-one. But not no debate. I'm not joining no panel or nothing like that. And I'm not going back and forth in videos. It is what it is. You're not better than me. You never will. So, take all your bullshit lies, your bullshit pranks, and all that other shit. Stick it straight up your fucking ass. Actually, no. I'll take all that, stick it down your throat until you fucking gag. And pass out. So, yeah. Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves and eat a bag of, you-know-what. That's it. Alright, moving on. Alright, so where we left off, we had Kip Sabian talk about the whole thing. Mocking Philadelphia, getting a really, really cheap heat. And then we hear the music of, reach for the sky, boy! And then the returning Mark Briscoe, the funky chicken. He comes out after hearing one more bad Philadelphia sports joke, and then he beats the fuck out of Kip Sabian, and that's it. So Mark is back. Great to see him back after, a very bad knee injury. So he's back, and I would not be surprised he's going to be back on Ring of Honor TV pretty soon. Probably as soon as this Thursday night. Or maybe it was, I didn't see I did see Ring of Honor, but I don't think I saw him on the program. But in the next few episodes, we'll probably see Mark Briscoe get back into action on Ring of Honor TV, go up the ranks, and then maybe I said this since really around the beginning of this year that Mark Briscoe is gonna be the one to beat Samoa Joe and win that Ring of Honor TV title, his first major singles title in his 20-some-odd year career. It's all been in Ring of Honor. He's never won, the world title, the TV title, the pure title, the world TV or pure title. He's only won, basically, the tag team titles with his brother Jay 13 times. Probably one of the greatest tag teams in the history of the tag teams. He's a great man. Like his brother Jay. That's it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, after that we go to Renee Paquette in the back with the former Jericho Appreciation Society. We have Anna Jay. We all know Anna Jay. Flat ass and a mean attitude. She's ready to become the new #1 contender to the women's title. And then we see, Daddy Magic Matt Maynard. Do you want to know what makes his nipples hard? Ask him yourself on his podcast. We had Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, and Jake Hager Weed. The people. So they're there, cheering Anna Jay on for her #1 contenders match for the women's title. And then Don Callis comes in, tries to recruit Jake Hager But then Matt Maynard's like, no, get out of here, John. He's like, you're not gonna ruin our family. And then Cal's like, well, if you need any help, if you need any help, taking out Jericho and Kenny before, and then he walks off. And then they're still arguing. Anna Jay has to calm him down. So they all leave except for Parker, who runs into Ruby Soho. And by the way, they were actually dating. I found out on I think on Twitter that Angelo Parker and Ruby Soho were going out. Lucky you, dude. So they're kind of bringing their off-screen romance kind of on-screen, kind of flirting with each other. So she pops in and it says, "Oh, you forgot your comb." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." Then he grabs her and they lock eyes and stuff. I'm like, kiss! But nothing happens. So, but they're teasing it. And that's pretty much it. So that's that. Alright, so I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. Alright, then we go to the Fatal 4-Way match. The winner gets a AEW World Women's title shot. So we have the Resident Fun Girl, Willow Nightingale, Anna Jay, Corey J 2.0, the heel version, Sky Blue, and my girl, member of the Prophecy, along with Rosemary. And that is, and James Mitchell too, and everybody else that was in the Prophecy. Now it's the Purge. And that girl is, we haven't seen her in about a year, because she was out with an injury, then she got injured at a indie show that I was at. She broke her shoulder, basically, separated her shoulder. She was out for a long time, basically like three months. And she was doing some indie shows here and there. And everybody's like, where's Abaddon in AEW? When's she coming back? Nobody knew. And then finally, she comes back, I guess because it's Halloween. That's stupid. Don't bring her back during Halloween. Just bring her back. Put her on the main roster. Put her on Collision. Put her on Rampage or Collision. We should put her on Collision more. But anyway, we have the beautiful Abaddon. By the way, you see the poster right over there. It's in the background. She just gave it to you because you were a Make-A-Wish kid. No! I paid for it myself. Heh. And I have the pictures on my Twitter page. Still there. Not my profile picture per se, because I changed that. I should change it back, but well, I only put it because of In This Moment's epic fucking album that's out right now, God Mode. I'm gonna probably early next week. I'm gonna do an album review of it. It's so fucking good. I can't get Sanctify Me out of my fucking brain. I can't even sing it, but it's a banger. They have some great songs on the album. I mean, Sanctify Me, Sacrifice, which is most likely going to be the next... It might be the next video coming out. The Purge, of course. God Mode. Army of Me, the cover of Bjork. They got a song called Damage with Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. Why do you think they made the tour? The Kiss of Death tour. With my girl Ash Costello of New Year's Day. And they got Avatar on that tour. They got Ice Nine Kills as the co-headliner. Then In This Moment, of course, the headliner. Come to a city near you. They're going to be starting pretty soon. This week, actually. They'll be in New York at the end of the month. Not this month, next month. And yes, I am going. But I digress on that. And, yes, the whole album is a banger. Every song's a banger. Kind of like, it's like, I think it's their 8th album, and the songs are like it's basically a journey out, not Journey the Band album, but it's a journey through the first album. There's there's a song in the album that sounds like I think it's Sacrifice. I forget which one it is, but it sounds like something off the Dream, like the end of if you have the ultraviolet edition of the Dream, it sounds like Sailing Away or Dying Star. Sounds like that. That's I'm like, wow, I haven't heard that. It's like sounds just like the Dream. I'm like, shit. I haven't heard that since like 2008. Not even 2008, 2010. Then they have the bangers or screamers, which sounds like blood. Like the early days of Tragedy and a little bit of blood too. Screaming banshee that Murray is. And then it, has the elements of Black Widow and a little bit of Ritual here and there. The electronic vibe. But it is a banger of an album. It's been out for, right now, as of this video, it's been out for 3 days. Because it came out on Friday. How fitting, it comes out on my dad's birthday. Great, and Kelly Osbourne's birthday. And it came out in some freaking banger. I mean, the singles that came out before that, The Purge, the video is amazing. If it doesn't win Video of the Year, or if it doesn't win Metal, Grammy for Metal Performance of the Year, or if In This Moment doesn't win Metal Band of the Year, I'm going to be pissed. But as we all know, it's the Shammies. They don't give two shits about metal. But I think, In This Moment might have some Grammy nominations coming, like they did last year, last record. I think it was like a year or so ago, when they were nominated for, I think it was Best Metal Performance for the In-Between, but there was so much competition. So much. I forgot who it went to. I think it wasn't, I forgot who it went. I think it went to the Foo Fighters. Or it went to somebody. I forget who it was. But at least they got nominated. But I think this record alone, The Purge alone, the single is great. 2 million plus, I think it's like, at last check, 2.3, 2.4 million hits. Whew. Good shit. And, I think it's going to get some, really The Purge, I think it's going to get most of those Grammy nominations. Probably Best Metal Performance as a band or duo or group or whatever it is. Best Music Video, not Best Video, Probably Best Metal Video, not Best Video, I wish there was, but probably get a couple other nominations maybe. Best Metal Album. Well, not Best Metal Album because the album just came out, so I can't. So God Mode will probably not be in the running for Best Metal Album of the Year because the Grammys were in February and we're basically at the end of October, so you got November, December, and all of January. I don't think in 3 months they're gonna get a Grammy for Best Metal Album. Yeah, but you never know. But I think they'll get a couple of nominations for The Purge. This is an epic fucking video, epic fucking song. Everybody fucking loves it. I mean, what other is there? I mean, other bands have put out some good shit, but I think this is the album, and I think this is the time where In This Moment will win a Grammy. I have faith that The Purge has to win at least one Grammy. Has to. But not knocking any of the other bands that will be nominated in those categories, but we'll see. But if In This Moment does win a Grammy, I'm going to freaking boast every fucking day until the day I freaking die. Oh, your band sucks. My band has a Grammy nomination. What does your band have? Oh, nothing. Zero, because your band is a poser band, and it sucks. Sorry, got a cold. But it is what it is. Oh, they don't have any top 30 albums. Oh, actually they do. In This Moment has 3 top 30 albums. 3 and a possible 4th coming. So half their freaking discography is gonna most likely be in the top 30. At most the top 30. This new album It's so fucking great. I would be surprised if it debuts at #1 or if it has already. I'll check it out later. I'm not gonna do it now, but it's on the Billboard Top 100, Top 200. Now, I'm not talking about #1 on the metal charts. I mean, that's fine and dandy, but Blood entered at number 15. And then Black Widow was at number 8. Gotta love that. You gotta love it. The Dream debuted at number 72. Way back when. Star-Crossed Wasteland was in the top 20, actually. Actually, it did peak at number 32, but then it went up to, I think, 20-something. At last count, so. But Blood, number 15. Ritual, Black Widow, I'm sorry. Black Widow peaked at number 8. Mother, not so much. I don't even know what Mother even peaked at, to be honest with you. And, this album, definitely gonna be in at least the top 30. At least. When it debuts. When it debuts on the charts. It probably is on the charts now. But it's only been the 3rd day of freaking, sales, but, with digital sales and actual CD vinyl sales, I gotta add that up, so. But I think, they're gonna put out a banger of an album. People are gonna be buying it. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a gold album, like Blood did finally after a few years. Took a while for Blood to get the gold status. It was probably one of In This Moment's best records next to Tragedy. I'm old school, so I have to go for Tragedy, the first album. Because you always remember the first album. It is what it is. Dream was I felt it was a letdown. Because there's too much pop, not enough screaming. It's like one song, The Great Divide, is the only song that screams. I'm like, come on. But that's one of my favorite songs on that album, You Always Believed. So. And then A Star-Crossed Wasteland comes out, I'm like, back to the first album roots. I'm like, kicked ass. Oh, by the way, I'm on the DVD. Ha ha! You don't see my face, you just see my name on it, so. That counts too. It is what it is. And then Blood comes out. They got rid of a couple of their old members. Blake Bunzel and Jeff Fab left the group. Didn't know if it was going to be even a band anymore. So Chris and Murray were like, oh, what are we going to do? And then they found Randy Weitzel, the beast that he is. Travis Johnson, another beast on bass. And they got Tom Hain, a beast on the skins, the drums. They put out a fucking banger album. That album is a banger. They got freaking Jakey Lee on that fucking album. And then they have an Aussie guitarist on A Star-Crossed Wasteland. Which one is it? No, it's not Zach Wild. Not even John Holmes. I think there's only one left. I think we all know what that one is. Gus G. So, getting Gus G was amazing. Like, wow, you got Gus G? Dude. And he plays on The Road. It's the single called The Road. Epic fucking solo. And then they got Jake E. Lee on Blood. Does a solo for You're Gonna Listen and everything. Chris. That was fucking amazing. But good shit. I don't think they've had a guest guitarist on any of their releases after Black Widow. They should. But they've had great people on their albums. Anyway, Maria's boyfriend should be husband, but what's taking so long, Joe Catella from Dead? What's taking so long to put that ring on the finger? Come on now. We've been going out with Maria for what, 6 years? Are you trying to not even beat me? I've been going out with Rosa for a very long time. Let's just say almost 16 years. But I digress. But Joe, I think, has been going out with Maria for 5, 6, almost 7 years, maybe. You know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know he's gonna pop the question to Maria. I mean, Maria's a year younger than me. Not getting any younger, Joe. But she's still a sexy beast. But I digress. But yeah, Joe Cotel's been on the last album with Hunting Ground. The lead singer of Shinedown was on Ritual for Sexual Hallucination. I think it's called Sexual Hallucination. Freaking crazy song that is. And on this album, God Mode, they got Spencer from Iceland Kills to sing Damaged. And I think I've been listening to it front and back to front, side to side. I think Joe Cotella does some background singing. Because he's always with her, so probably was in the studio doing background vocals here and there. Surprised he doesn't have a single on that album with her again. But Joe's got his own thing with Dead, D-E-D, so they got another record coming out soon. But it is what it is. That's that. Alright, let's move on with that. Alright, so we had Willow Nightingale, Abaddon, Anna Jay, and Sky Blue for a shot at Hikaru Shida's women's title on Collision. So, pretty good match. I'm gonna just paraphrase for a little bit because I'm getting tired. I'm about to pass out. So through all that, Anna comes back in and then gets pounced, period, by Willow Nightingale, and then everyone gets together and gangs up on Willow and puts her on the floor, and then Abaddon slugs away at Anna, goes right back with the Queen Slayer, but Abaddon broke that up, hit something like a DDT, I think with her foot. 1, 2, 3, knocks Anna Jay the fuck out, and she was in under 8.5 minutes. So, as you saw tonight, Abaddon faced Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's Championship. Match itself was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back. We have The Acclaimed, Sesame Mommy Ass. Look at that. So, Max Caster offers MJF an invitation to National 69 Day. Yeah, seriously, they're doing that next week. Because right now, they're at day number 62 of their reign. So next week will be day 69. It probably will be a national holiday. So for all you people that have girlfriends, you want to get it on. Don't do missionary position, because we don't do that here. Don't do that shit. It's like, don't do it John Cena. It's the same thing. It's like missionary position every single night. Ugh. Don't do that, man. You do it doggy style. You lay down that pipe, or you let the girl ride you till the sun comes up. But I mean, next week, now you have something else to do. You get 69 each other. 69 be done. No, sorry, but we got all that. So Max offers MJF an invitation. Anthony Bowens says, "Cool it, stop that. He's not coming." That sounded wrong. Anyway, so we got that. So National 69 Day for The Acclaimed next Saturday night on the program. That should be fun. We get all that. Alright, then we see a clip of a press conference with Tony Khan, man. Still didn't blink. Welcome to the press conference with Orange Cassidy defending his all-international title against Claudio Castagnoli. We'll take your questions now. Well, I have to do it now. Hold on. I think he's like he's about to puke. The man never blinks. Like, what is up with you, Tony? Did you Mike, I think Tony smokes a bowl before the press conferences, after the pay-per-view, the scrums and shit. because he never blinks. He'll finally blink after like maybe 20 minutes. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And we move on. Alright, so we see that Orange Cassidy's in a suit, like a blue suit. I wonder where he got that from. Probably, maybe the Men's Warehouse, because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. So he's wearing that, and we got it from the swap meet. And basically he says, he's like, why are you wearing a suit? I want to prove that I can wear a better suit than, Claudio. Claudio's like, oh, really? We're playing mind games already? Alright. So that match is on Wednesday Night Dynamite for the Intercontinental Belt. Let me move on. And that's it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. We have Kosuke Takeshita, or Takeshita. Konnichiwa, bud, what's up? He takes on Kyle Fletcher of Aussie Open. Aussie! Oi, oi, oi! Comes out by himself. Don Callis with Powerhouse. They come out, but they stay on commentary. So, this match was a banger. It was a pretty good match. Back and forth they went. Lots of flippity-dippity-doos. Getting to the end, Fletcher, they were like beating the crap out of each other back and forth to catch the steps of like a Poison Rana. Fletcher comes right back with a bling basta for a near fall. Then he goes up top, gets caught in something like a kneeling middle rope tombstone. Ooh, ouch. Sounds painful. For another near fall. And then we get a nasty wheelbarrow suplex. Wakes Fletcher up for some reason, like, ah! Like freaking Ken Shamrock, ah! And then they beat each other up, and then we get a knee to face by Takeshita. Finishes off Fletcher in a little over 11 minutes, but match was great. Gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. A banger of a match to end Rampage. And then at the end of the night, I can't even talk. After the match, Fletcher gets sent to the outside, but he comes right back in with a chair and hits Will Hobbs on the back with it. Hobbs like, you stupid bitch! He's about to kill freaking Kyle Fletcher, and then Don Callis of all people is like, hold on, I like this. You earned it, kid. You earned it. He's like, you earned it. His mean streak. He's like, that's what I want to see. I want to see your mean streak. But we don't really see Kyle like, Kyle's like, okay, okay. Rubbing his hair like, okay. So, we don't know if Kyle Fletcher joined up with the Don Callis family. Kind of a cliffhanger. So we'll see what happens with that. So, all in all, Rampage gets a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And that's it. That's all, folks. And we move on. Alright. So, only 3 matches on Rampage with a bunch of segments in between. Just to hype up Collision. So let's go to Collision real quick. And then we're gonna get out of here because it's really late now. Collision was great. Oh, my back. Collision was pretty damn good. It's from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Hey, that's around WWE country. And our commentary team of the Hermaphrodite, Kevin Kelly, Tony Baloney, good old JR for the main event of MJF and Mr. Kenny Omega. And then we had Nigel McGuinness. So we had that. All right. We'll try to get my notes to load, and as always, it messes up. But It's not an ancient computer, by the way. It's just, you know, little, you know, it's a little bit old. I need to put more RAM in it. Eventually, I gotta put more RAM, more memory. But we get all that. Alright, so while my notes are loading, first match of the night was Jay White of the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club, takes on AR Fox. I thought he was gonna mop the floor with AR Fox, but hey, AR Fox, you know, didn't take it to his limit, but gave Jay White a good match. We had the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson rock hard. Excuse me, at ringside. And, you know, a lot of near falls. AR Fox almost beat Jay White. But in the end, we got a distraction by the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson. Jay White gets the win with the Blade Runner. And that's pretty much it for that. And we move on with that. There's a couple of segments in between. I'm trying to remember this offhand now. Ryan Nemeth got the fucking shit beat out of him by Miro. Miro smash CJ Perry pussy. Yeah. So he got beat up. Ryan Nemeth was trying to get CJ Perry's services, if you will. Kind of mentions, you know, his brother. He didn't mention him by name. He's like, oh, me and my brother are gonna be doing a comedy show, Hunkamania. All that other good shit. So we got that, and then we see what happened with Abaddon getting the win on Rampage to get the shot at Hikaru Shida and her AEW Women's Championship. And then they had a Fright Night street fight, and Abaddon comes as herself, and then Hikaru Shida comes out as Ada Wong from Resident Evil 2 and 4. She looked great. Match itself was, you know, pretty good, not a banger per se. Used a couple of the Halloween decorations that were in the ring. Abaddon used a bone, and she's like, shit! She tries to use a tombstone. That was like a styrofoam freaking tombstone. Abaddon breaks that into pieces. And then Shida hits a drop kick, knocking the bone away from her. Blah, 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 blah. Match continues. But in the end, Hikaru Shida gets the win after hitting some move off the top, kind of knocking Abaddon for a loop. Then she puts the pumpkin over Abaddon's head, then hits a katana. She hits the katana to retain the title. 1, 2, 3. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Jay White's match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Timeless Tony Storm comes out, you know, prancing around, doing this weird stuff, just prancing around the ring. And she's like, "What are you doing?" So we get all that, and we move on. All right, so I went ahead of my notes. I apologize, but wanted to get Shida retaining the AEW Women's Championship against my girl Abaddon. But it is what it is. I talked about Ryan Nemeth trying to get, you know, CJ Perry's services, but Miro took care of him. Sounded very violent. I don't want to go there, but we'll see. We move on. We got the video for Kenny and MJF, like we saw on Rampage. And then after Jay White disposed of AR Fox, we go to the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Guns. They take it on the Tate brothers, Brandon and Brent Tate, along with the Peacock, Dalton Castle. I am Dalton Castle boy. With that, total squash match, under 2 minutes suckfest. They take Brandon out, throw him to the outside. Then they hit 310 to Yuma on Brent. 1, 2, 3, bing, bang, boom. Good night, everybody. That was that. MJF came out at the end of Jay White versus AR Fox in a hoodie, tried to steal the AEW belt back, but, you know, was this close to getting it back, but then Jay White grabbed the belt, and they were trying to have a tug of war, and then MJF was like, well, there's going to be a 4-on-1, I'm out of here, so he runs into the crowd and leaves. So, but he can get it back if his team would be Maxwell and 3 other people. We don't know who they are. I'm thinking it might be the Acclaimed, but then who knows at this point? He's got so many friends, supposedly. Samoa Joe. But we'll see what happens with that. They take on the Bullet Club. If Maxwell wins, he gets his belt back. But we'll have to see what happens with that. No Son of the Devil tonight on Collision. Probably have to wait till Dynamite. Let's see who that possibly could be. God forbid it's CM Punk. I don't think it will be, but if it is, that's probably the biggest swerve in the history of the business. But we shall see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, we saw a Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you. And his video, he's coming back. He's got to hit the reset button on him. Very nice, Mr. Danhausen, very nice, very evil. I like that. That's funny. Every time they show that, it's very funny. Very evil, very funny, very dark, very nice. I can't wait for Mr. Danhausen to come back, but as long as they use him correctly. He just wasn't there. He got beat up a lot, especially in Ring of Honor. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then I mentioned, okay, so after that, Ryan Newman gets beat up by Miro. And then, Hikaru Shida, well, I shouldn't say that. Ada Wong versus Abaddon. And Ada Wong won. Hikaru Shida won to retain the title. Pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Toni Storm comes out and just prances and glares at Shida. She's like, what are you looking at? So we get that. Alright, then we get a video on FTR versus Ricky Starks and Big Cass. Possibly for the tag team belts at Full Gear. But before we get that, we're going to have a match with Dax Harwood and Ricky Starks. In a little bit. We move on. Alright, after that, we get a video on the history between Keith Lee and Shane Taylor, who are partners in Ring of Honor. You see a lot of that. Thank you, Tony Khan. And then they went their separate ways, I think in 2015, 16. Now they look like they're ready to fight. So that's going to be big, beefy men slapping meat in that match. So I don't know when that's going to be, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, after that, we'll get to our next match. Pretty short 2-minute suckfest. We had for the Ring of Honor TV title, Samoa Joe on his longest fuck reign as champ. This time he takes on Red Titus, Addicted to Love. Haven't seen Red Titus in a while. So, he's there. I think he got married over the weekend. Not this weekend, a couple of days ago. I think he was at a wedding, or he got married to his lovely lassie, who he has a kid with now. So, former TV champion Red Titus, former tag team champion Red Titus, former 6-man tag team champion Red Titus. So he's done pretty much. He's run the gamut in Ring of Honor. Another day oneer about since day one. Day one-ish, We had that. Red Titus got a few moves in, but really, Joe sidestepped a high cross body. He's like, fuck this, left. And they basically beats the fuck out of Red Titus. Goes to the Muscle Buster. I don't know how Red got out of it. But Joe hits the release rock bottom out of the corner, which is the Uranagi out of the corner. Then he locks in the Coquina clutch on Red Titus, and Red Titus just taps out really quickly. 2-minute suckfest. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Joe continues his long-ass fuck reign with the TV title. Who beats him? I have no idea. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back with, I believe, Lexi Nair this time. She's with QTV. We have the Latin American champion, QT Marshall Not. We have Aaron Solo, me bookie. We have Johnny TV. And the beautiful, vivacious, holy shit, I would love to give her a nice hug. That's Danny L, otherwise known as Harley Cameron. She's there looking hot. Basically, you know, they're happy to be back on TV. QT Marshall's back on TV, not that we care. And he basically says, I'm ready to defend my Latin American Championship against anyone, anytime, anywhere. So, even in Mexico. And we got all that. So we move on with that. Alright, then we're going to look back at Bryan Danielson getting banged up on Dynamite, which is odd. We find out on commentary that Danielson's going to be out, possibly for the rest of this year. Ooh. That's not good. So he's going to be out basically 2 months. With the, with that eye injury that really Orange Cassidy first gave him, and then Okada just, like, finished the job. No wonder Claudio wants a piece of Okada's ass. He might get it at the way it's going. Like, we see Claudio at Wrestle Kingdom. Or World's End, but we'll see what happens with that. Because after World's End, you got New Year's Eve, and everybody's going to be flying to Japan right after the ball drops. Not even, right after pay-per-view, you know, it's basically New Year's Eve in Japan, so by the time they get there, it's New Year's Day, and then, you know, they got a time to go to the gym, get prepared for the match, get ready for Wrestle Kingdom, which is, like, basically 2 days later. But we see it on January the 4th, early in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning. If you want to stay up on January the 4th, do it. I think that's a Thursday, actually. So, you can watch Dynamite, then you can, you know, watch your favorite podcast, you know, after show, and then, you know, grab a late night snack, maybe take a quick nap, and then get up about 2:30 or so. And then get ready for Wrestle Kingdom. It's going to last about 4 hours. It's about 6, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Or whatever you might be, you know, West Coast time. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I feel bad for all the people that are going to watch Elimination Chamber. Because that's going to be 6 a.m. here in the States. 7 a.m. in Puerto Rico. Or maybe around 6, 7 o'clock in Puerto Rico. 7 or 8 o'clock in Puerto Rico, I think. So, don't know what's going to happen with Issa and everything watching that, but I don't know, she might do an early morning stream. Who knows, on in February for Elimination Chamber. But if you're on the West Coast, you get to see that at 3 a.m. I was like, damn, we watching Elimination Chamber, or are we watching freaking New Japan? You think anybody is gonna stay up except for, you know, the marks that are really going to watch the Elimination Chamber from Australia, mate? You know, that's a day later because it's international dateline. So that's why we're getting it at 6 a.m. On Sunday morning, because it's going to be basically Sunday night, early Monday in Australia, because they have the day before. So it's going to be on a Saturday. So we'll see it in Australia. It'll be Sunday night. But we're getting it Sunday morning. So it would be Monday. Well, I don't know how it works. Whatever. So we got all that. And we move on with that. Alright, so Bryan's probably going to be out for the rest of the year. But, I mean, maybe he comes back at World's End. Or he's going to face Okada for the, you know, in a rematch from Forbidden Door. And Okada's going to wipe the floor with him again. And God forbid he hurts him again, and then really puts him out of business. But we'll see what happens with that. So we got all that. Alright, after that we have a video from Claudio talking about how Bryan Danielson has a broken orbital bone. I told you it was his eye. I said that since, I reported it on my Dynamite reviews. Like, he probably fractured his orbital bone. I was right. So he's going to be out for about at least a couple of months. And then he promises to make Okada and Orange Cassidy pay for what they did, because I kind of tag team him, knocked his freaking eyeball almost out. So Claudio says, I'm ready to take the international title from Orange Cassidy on Dynamite this Wednesday night. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright. Alright, then we go to Ricky Starks with Big Cass at ringside, taking on Dax Hardwood with Cash Glock Wheeler at ringside. Pretty decent match, not great. Under 13-minute match. Starks goes a small package with a handful of tights for a near fall, but goes for a tornado DDT, gets countered into a suplex, and then goes for a spear, gets cut off, and Dax hits a kind of scary looking pile driver for a near fall, as Big Cass broke it up. I think Ricky might have took that wrong, but it is what it is. But he was fine enough to come back. Big Cass offers a distraction, and the referee, I thought the referee was going to kick out Cash, Wheeler, and Cass. He was like right there. And then with the distraction, Ricky Starks hits Dax, and then picks him up, hits a kind of not so great version of his pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Ricky Starks gets to win. Match gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. The House of Black were in the audience looking on. Then the lights go out. Somebody forgot to pay the electric bill. And then we have Julia Hart come back. Boy, that was a short freaking honeymoon. I think about a week or so. And I think they went to Bora Bora. Her and Lee Johnson got married. So they had their wedding. They had the wedding. Then they had the honeymoon. Lee Johnson probably laid down that pipe, If she wasn't black before, she got a nice BBC, you know what I mean? Not that back boob cock club, but, she got that BBC, if you know what I mean. But I digress. Anyway, so they're about to beat down on FTR. Basically 5-on-2. And then we had the return of La Facción de Ingobernables as LFI, Bruce, Preston Vance, Jalisco, and Jose Jalapeno Anestique, the manager. They go in, a big humongous brawl happens, and LFI teams up with FTR to clear the ring. So I might get a 10-man tag team match out of this. But we shall see what happens with that as we go to next week's Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. We'll see what happens with that. And not to be outdone, one of the leaders of La Facción Ingobernables, LFI, Andrade, he's there with Renee. He's not worried about Miro being angry over a possible CJ Perry association. He's like, I'm a businessman, and this is all business. It was my business, he says. So, we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. Alright, after that, once again, we got Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue. Statlander's trying to get Willow and Sky Blue to make up. Not make out, but make up. Make up! Willow talks about how there's tension between, all of them. And it might be due to Julia Hart. Oh, you finally figured that out. So Sky Blue says, anything between me and Julia is between me and Julia, and then she leaves. So, Statlander and Willow are like, what do we do? And that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. Alright, then we go to your quickie match of the night. 42-second suckfest. Claudio comes out and beats the fuck out of Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, former Ring of Honor TV champion, I believe. Beats him in 42 seconds with a Tiger uppercut. Then after the match, he puts the stretch plum on. like almost like a different version of the LaBelle Lock. I thought it was LaBelle Lock, and then I have to hear Tony Schiavone said, "The Stretch Plum!" So we get all that. So we move on with that. And, yeah. That's that. Alright, then we go to like a side-by-side picture of Kenny getting ready for his match with MJF, and MJF getting ready for his match with Kenny. Samoa Joe comes in and gives MJF a pep talk, and says, if you need me, scream my name if you need any help. Says, because remember on Rampage, Joe offered his, I think it was on Dynamite, Joe offered to be Max's friend, and, if he needs any assistance, Max was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then Joe's like, well, only on one condition, that you give me a rematch. So he's there, kind of talks about it, says, I'm going to wait a little bit more, but I expect an answer pretty damn soon. So, and now he's like, well, if you need me, give me call my name and I'll be out there. So, we'll see what happens with that. Worry he didn't need him for the end of the show. So we get to the main event for the AEW World Title. Kenny by God Omega against Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker for the belt. This match was a absolute motherfucking banger. Oh, so freaking good. MJF was hitting moves that I haven't seen him do since FBW days. He has a running Fosbury flop, almost missed it completely. He did it, and he came up a little bit short, but thanks to, Kenny thankfully saved him. And then, more flippy-dippity-doos by Max. We got the kangaroo kick. This was a great match. Back and forth they went. We got a running knee by Omega for a near fall, then another V-trigger, like 3 V-triggers in a row. And then Don Callis comes out with the screwdriver to off the distraction. MJF rolled him up for a near fall, and then Kenny rolled up MJF for a near fall. Back and forth, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2s. And then Kenny hits another V-trigger for another near fall. And then another roll-up exchange gets near falls by both men. But MJF hits the Heat Seeker for a 2.9999999999999.5. This close. Freaking, I thought he won the match. Super Paul Turner can't count to 3 quick enough. But anyway, so MJF, who tried for the Panama City Sunrise the first time, and Kenny reversed it and almost won the match there. But MJF goes up top, gets ready to do the thing, and he hits the Panama City Sunrise a la Adam Cole, baby. Then he hits another Heat Seeker. 1, 2, 3. In 30 minutes, a half-hour epic match. Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker retains the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. He is now the longest reigning AEW champion in company history. Match was fabulous. I gave it 5 out of 5. Perfect 5 out of 5. And then after the match, referees holding their hands up. And you see that? Get that. Code of Honor. End the show. Also, we see Samoa Joe, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Bullet Club Gold all watching on. So, Max, you got some challenges coming up. And we'll see what happens with all that in the next few weeks and months before Maxwell might be leaving AEW to go to, kiss Hunter's ass, his good friend Hunter. But I really hope that Tony Khan has a mega offer on the table. Give him 5 years, $150 million or whatever he's going to get. We'll have to see if he holds the belt through December 30th at World's End. I don't know. We'll see if he's going to be on the first Dynamite of the year, January the 3rd. Or January the 2nd, I should say. No, wait. Yeah, I was right. Because New Year's Day is on a Monday. No, I was right. January the 3rd. January 3rd, 2024, where we see Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker on AEW television for the first Dynamite of the year, and that's going to probably get a big rating, but we'll see what happens with that as we move on in time and in the next 8 to 9 weeks, basically. So, all in all, great episode of Collision. I gave it 8 out of 10 stars. Maxwell, MJF, and Omega alone, 5 out of 5. And Meltzer would give it like 6 stars, 10 stars, who knows. But that match was great. A match of the year candidate. I don't think it's going to be the match of the year, but pretty much up there. I think it's Collision's match of the year, and it's only had 20 episodes. So, 20 episodes in, we had a few bangers on Collision, but tonight was an ultimate banger. And, that's pretty much it for that. And we move on with that. Alright, so that is it for my videos. My video, I should say. So, thank you all for watching. Rampage gets 6.5 out of 10 stars. Collision gets 8 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys think of the shows in the description, in the comments down below. Hit that like button, stick it straight up everybody's ass. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels down below in the gobbledygook. Follow me on social media if you dare. You gotta be real. If you're not, go fuck yourself. And share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video, which will probably be early tomorrow with my Ring of Honor review from this past Thursday. And then that'll be it. Then we're gonna go watch some football. See the Jets and Giants. See how that goes. If I laugh at my dad or he laughs at me, it is what it is. Then at 4:25, we watch the real team, the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully, do better. It's gonna be a very close game against the Bungles and Joe Burrow and company. See how if the defense wakes up tomorrow in Santa Clara. And where they're perfect right now. They're 5-0. They're 0-2 on the road. Actually, no, I take that back. I think they have 3. They're 3-0 at home, and 1-2 on the road because they won in Pittsburgh, and lost in Minnesota and lost. Oh no, they're 5-2. So I think they won on the road. They're 1-2 on the road. I think they're 4-0 away at home. I could be wrong. There's something like that. Whatever it is. But we'll see what the Niners do tomorrow. If they show up or they lay another stinker. Hopefully they don't leave a stinker, but it is pretty much what it is, and that's that. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. It is very late. Now I'm gonna go take a nap. And then I'll be back tomorrow, right here, once again, on the Kill Demons channel with your Ring of Honor review. And then we're going to go watch some football. And then watch the Jets. We're going to watch the Jets, Jets. And then we're going to watch the Niners. And then we're going to watch some Sunday Night Football. I'm going to have my Sunday dinner with the folks and the missus. And then that'll be it. And then we start the final days of October. We got Halloween Eve on Monday, Halloween on Tuesday, so be safe out there, kids. It's gonna be cold here in the Northeast, so be safe and be well on when you're trick or treating at in the late afternoon, early evening. Don't get too much candy, don't eat too much candy because you'll rot your teeth. And that's pretty much it. I will be at a concert that night, so don't care. And that's it. So I really could care less about Halloween. But that's it. And then after that, we start the month of November, counting down the days till Thanksgiving. The holiday shopping season will be starting in 3 weeks. Well, actually 3.5 weeks. Well, 3 weeks from Thursday it will start. So we got that, and then right after that, we start the greatest month in the world with the greatest days in the world. Ozzy's birthday's coming up pretty soon. Maria and Chris from In This Moment's birthday coming up a week before my birthday. As I turn another year older. And then, Lemmy's birthday is on the same day as mine. Jesus Christ the Lord! Same day as mine. And then, we end the year on New Year's Eve. In about 9 weeks from tomorrow. So that's it. That's pretty much it. We're about almost 50 to 60 days away from the end of the year. So 2 months away from that. So get ready, batten down the hatches, and see what happens with that. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime tomorrow. We'll see. And that's it. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your cock out. Watch my SmackDown review. Watch my tribute to Matthew Perry. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. And that's pretty much it. So, that's it. Until next time. Peace, bitches.